and welcome to Game & Read Checkpoint.
First, we'd like to let you know of one quick scheduling update. As of now, we are suspending our afterwards videos and moving checkpoints to Mondays, which means we'll have a new video for you every Monday.
Every Monday.
Every Monday.
Yeah, it'll go Game & Read discussion, then checkpoint. Keep going in that loop.
We might have some extra little videos. If we do, you will, of course, find those on GameandRead.com and on YouTube.
Definitely. So, our next theme for our next discussion video a week from today on Monday will be Ladies in Space! That's right, we will be pairing the game Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance with the book Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles.
By Marissa
Meyer. So we're pairing those together. They both have ladies who rely heavily on their mechanical features. Samus is in her big crazy suit. We've got Cinder, who is a cyborg. Is that the term they use?
Cyborg.
I think they use androids for the full robot. Cyborgs are the half.
She's not all
half
human.
robotic, half human.
She's partially robot.
Yes, so they both rely heavily on that. They're both protagonists who kick butt in their own different ways.
And space is a really important plot point for
and a
both.
couple other things we've already found out, but we got to save that for the pairing video. So we'll be doing that for next Monday. Now, on to what we are reading and playing.
So, since our last checkpoint, I participated in the 24 and 48 readathon. It was super fun. I recommend it if you haven't done it. You can find information about the next one at 24and48.com. I read for a total of 16 hours and I finished 8 books. I am not going to get into all of them here and now, but I do have a wrap-up post over at GameandRead.com that you can check out. It lists all the books and the star ratings I gave them, and I have reviews on all of them on Goodreads. So go check out the 24 and 48 wrap-up post.
Just a taste. What was your favorite book you read from that?
My favorite book was Boy Snow Bird by Helen Oyeyemi. I have been waiting to read that book for a long time. I've been hearing about it, and finally I put it on hold and I got it from the library. It was wonderful. Read it if you haven't. It doesn't matter what it's about. Just go read it. It's so great. It was wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah. So, since the readathon, I have finished one book. It's called Admission by Jean Hanf Korelitz. It follows this woman, Portia. She is an admissions officer at Princeton University, and I'm a sucker for any good novel set in a college campus town about college campuses, and this one was great. I loved it. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I have a more detailed review over at Goodreads, so check that out. I'm currently reading Revival by Stephen King and listening to Rabid on audiobook. Rabid is about the history of rabies. It's a cultural history of rabies. It is by Bill Wozik. Bill Wozik wrote Rabid. I am reading it, listening to it. I am absorbing it for the Book Riot Read Harder Challenge for the category of nonfiction science book. So.
Nice.
Also, very exciting, in an unforeseen turn of events, I have a game update. I normally don't have any games I'm playing other than the ones for this blog and this video, but I have been playing Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus on the PlayStation 2. Sly Cooper was a beloved game when I was in, I guess, middle school, elementary school.
Yeah, it was 2003-ish.
Yeah, so late elementary, early middle school. You play as a raccoon thief, and you have your friends a turtle and a hippo that help you steal stuff.
Yeah, and this is you replaying it,
And this is me replaying it. And so far, it's a lot harder than I remember, but it's also just as fun. So that is what I'm reading and playing.
Nice.
Peter?
So, what I've been playing for the past couple weeks, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 1 game. I've never played it before. I missed that whole bandwagon back when I was a child. Never got around to it until now. And it's pretty good overall. I wrote about it for my first post in my new weekly series, The Canon, about its cultural impact overall. That's just my first post about it. I'm going to do one once I've played most of the game, or at least gone through enough of it that I have a good feeling about my own personal thoughts on it. So go check that out at Game & Read. And it's good. It's a little more underwhelming than I anticipated, and I think that's partially because it's a 20-year-old game that I've heard so much about that I'm like, it's gotta be the perfect game, right? And obviously it's, a game of its time. It was really impressive then. It's still fairly impressive now when you look back. But, like, the sprites look kind of like Playmobil characters, which is cute. And obviously not everything can be in their, like, full motion animation, which is also its own weird world at that time. So it's good, the gameplay's good, the timing mechanics are there. Additionally, I think the characters, while I don't dig them as much as I think some people do, I think they have a layer of depth deeper than a lot of games, which is good. So while it's not quite what I thought it would be, I'm not as into it as some people, I see why it was popular then. My complaint so far is that since all the dialogue is just text and the music is good in the background, but it doesn't always do a great sense of, like, reading the context of the dialogue. Like, sometimes it's supposed to be a bit of an expletive, but I just read it like a normal statement. So the timing is a little hard to gauge based on what they have the figures do, what they're able to have them do, versus the text, versus the music. It doesn't always mesh super well for me, but that is a fairly minor detail overall. Mm-hmm. Other things I have been playing, I started Grim Fandango for the first time. As you know, if you've followed our blog at all, I'm a Tim Schafer fan. We've already done 2 of his games for, our 7 discussions we've done so far. It's good so far. I've only played about an hour or so, and I haven't played a 90s point-and-click adventure in a long time, so I'm interested to give it a try. The setting is really cool. I think the premise is really interesting, and, just being a Day of the Dead type skeleton in the land of the dead is pretty nifty.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of that. And finally, I've been playing a few more sessions of Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch for the PS3. Mm-hmm. It's a really great game. Every time I pick it up, I play for at least an hour plus without really wanting to stop until I have to actually do other things. And I think it's going to be one that I'm in for the long haul throughout the, whole way. So still recommend that game when I'm less than halfway through it. So that's all I have for this week.
As we've mentioned already, you can find all of our content and videos at GameandRead.com. Peter already mentioned he's got a weekly series called The Canon. We have also introduced a couple other weekly, post-weekly series, books and games, and so check all of those out at GameandRead.com.
Yeah, and you can also follow us on Twitter. I am at NerdInTheWorld.
And I'm at eMerch.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Bye.